the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Griffin's Panthers going up against Cousins' Redskins. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. Cousins now to throw on first down. Out to the left here to Reed. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
Jordan Reed has it. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you? You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Cousins now. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Detroit! Here we go now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And the wideout in motion. A first down throw for Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll bring up second down. This offense, here are the starters. It features a very speedy wide receiver, a Duke Blue Devil, Jamison Crowder.
Exactly right, and we're not talking about hoops. We're talking about a slot receiver who knows how to run all the routes so well and really is crafty beyond his years.
In motion, the tight end, Reed. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Startulele is a former first-round pick who's starting to round into form, becoming one of the better run stoppers in the league.
Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. In motion, the tight end, Reed.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Cousins. He finds his target. It's Crowder. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. Give him 22 on that one. And the Redskins set up now 1st and goal. Red zone opportunity. In motion, the tight end Reed. 1st and goal from the 8. 1st and goal, Kelly. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. That is incomplete. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Design run for their wideout. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
Now that's a 3rd down play. A little razzle-dazzle nearly gets them into the end zone, although they do come up a bit short. Now what do you do on 4th down?
Let's go.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And they'll run it here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And partner, a nice little connection there on the corner route.
The receiver set it up perfectly, worked his way inside, and then broke it back to the outside for the completion.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. He gets it to the rookie fullback. This is Glenn Gronkowski. It's a pickup of 19, and it'll be a Carolina 1st.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Now it's Griffin, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Throwing again, Griffin. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Once again, Griffin. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Yards to go for the offense. First down, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased if they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch left. Stop right there. Now let's go. Listen now, Barney. Wide. Get wide. I got him. Back smart. I got him.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Now Cousins finding time. And this is brought in by Pryor. And he's brought down after a good game. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Cousins now from the 50. Caught on the right side, Reed. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad.
Good. Here we go now. Detroit.
In motion, the tight end, Reed.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Reed. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. It's brought in by Doxson. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
From the red zone now, Cousins forced out to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
In motion, the tight end Reed. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On 3rd down, Cousins eluding the pressure right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-half field goals now for a guy who, and you hate to give him the tag a journeyman, but it's fair to say, Charles, he's been around in his career.
Yeah, it's more have leg will travel for him. He is a guy that's bounced around a bit, but he can still stroke him when called upon, just as he did right there.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Griffin on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he motions the wide receiver. Back near the goal line, Cousins. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
8 yards to go here on second down. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, Griffin looking for his running back, and he's got it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. In motion, the tight end Reed.
Watch it now, Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Here comes the D swarming to the line. After the interception, here's Griffin. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Second and 10. Once again, Griffin. He's got time in the pocket. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Throwing again, Griffin. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
When it's well executed, a wide receiver screen can often be a thing of beauty, but so many things have to go right in order to complete it. Blocking out in front, timing of the quarterback with the receiver.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Kelvin Benjamin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
In motion, the tight end, Reed. They go back to the air here after the INT. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
No, check, Patriot.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They go play action here on first down. They're the hook up over the middle to Pryor. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down now after the pass completion.
No, check, Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56.
And the wideout in motion. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They bring him in off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here we go. Over.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 51 Detroit.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Pryor has it complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses, it's under.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 4. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So, yeah, that's perfect. 2, Davis, deep. I got to go. Okay, and sorry about that. Didn't know Larry got cut off early. We are back and ready for the 3rd quarter. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. he has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, Griffin. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and it's third down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Griffin. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the I. Now they try the right side here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kelvin Benjamin with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 19 yards there. And that leads to a Washington first down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Set. Blue landing. All right, now look at the squad. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. On the catch, it's Crowder. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
They'll hand it off to Kelly, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Second down, Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And they're going to speed things up here.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Defense showing blitz. Now Griffin on 2nd down. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there for the Panthers. 62 yards.
They took a shot downfield towards the end zone, and he came up with a big-time catch, but he was tackled a little bit short of the goal line. Now the defensive guys, they got to pick their heads up and try and hold them to a field goal attempt.
1st and goal from the 5. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Kelly on the counter. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Here we go.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
10 yards still left on second down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Cousins now on second down. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
All right, here we go.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. These Panthers had the most takeaways in the NFL regular season a year ago, and they get the scoop and the score here.
What was that number? It was a big number.
39.
39.
6 more, by the way, than second-place Arizona.
Now, those are both teams that know how to swarm and attack. The Panthers did the best in the league in 2015.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Starts with Rob Kelly. And he'll work his way across the up there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on second down. They'll go again with Kelly. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Star Latulele in on the tackle.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, Kelly. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense. And
now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Cousins now. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. catch and run. 67 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Running right with Kelly. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
All right, here we go.
They go play action. Cousins rolling to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think that should have been chalked up as a winning play for the defense, and they somehow beat it, didn't they? Right-handed quarterback flush to his left, yet he finds his tight end on the left side of the field. That's a tough throw. What a great completion.
They'll run with Thompson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself. Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. But, Charles, it's one thing.